Hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whatever time of day that you're watching my video, as always, I hope that you are blessed and highly favored. And y'all already know, first things first, make sure that if you have not already subscribed to my channel, and go ahead and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss a video. And equally as important, go ahead and make sure that you share this video and my channel with your family and your friends all over social media or whatever, because I know y'all stay on there just like I do. Today's video is very much so inspired by my marriage. We just celebrated 2 years of marriage about a week ago, and honestly, I'm happy, I'm excited. Experiencing marriage has just been, it's been amazing. Like, overall, it's definitely, I 100% would recommend if it's something that you're looking for, but also I would recommend that you choose the right person. So so I kind of just want to talk about some things that I feel like I have learned, some truths, some myths. So let's just get into it. So first things first, one of the myths that I have learned is that you can definitely have single friends and be married, especially if you're a person that knows your own boundaries. So me and my husband, we are pretty much the only of our friends, we're the only ones that's married. And we might have like one or two other friends individually that are married and whatnot, but the bulk of our friends are single, and we do have time to spend with them. We do get to spend time with them, but we choose very wisely what it is that we're spending time with them doing. Okay, like, we're not going out and partying every weekend or every night, whatever it is. Like, we're not going to the clubs and stuff like that. We definitely have our boundaries about that. And also, I feel like our friends look at us, and they're kind of inspired by us. Like, I feel like sometimes I don't always want to be somebody's role model. Let me just say that, because everybody's different, and I think that you can experience things from in a different way. And also, like, everybody doesn't know exactly what goes on inside of our home behind closed doors. Like, you always go see us out, and we always go be, nice to each other. With sometimes we be at home, and I be ready to box, and I know he be ready to box me too. But nevertheless, I have definitely learned that we can definitely have single friends. You just have to choose what you decide to do with them. Like, we always show up to birthdays, baby showers, like any type of celebrations. We always do that with them, or they do it with us or whatnot. And every now and then, like, if I want to have a girls' night out, I definitely will go. If he want to hang with the guys, he definitely will go. But we are very aware of what we decide to do and what we decide not to do, and you just have to do the same thing. Now, if you got single friends that's just influencing you to do a lot of things, first of all, you might need to reacquaint yourself anyway, and you might need to look at yourself if you letting people influence you to do things that you shouldn't be doing anyway. But that's just my personal opinion. I feel like we have been successful in having single friends, so there's that. So definitely a myth to me. One of the truths is communication is definitely key. Like, I feel like that's so cliche, and people always say communicate, but actually, let me take that back. Understanding is key. Okay, communication is a part of that, but understanding is key, because you can definitely communicate how you feel about something, but if that person does not understand what you're talking about, or they're not trying to understand, then it was basically pointless of you even saying it. So communication is definitely key. I have learned that. I'm still learning it. I'm still learning communication skills. I'm still learning. My husband's still learning communication skills. We are definitely not experts at this. Okay, I feel like an amateur sometimes, like, because we're definitely learning how to communicate our feelings and how to understand each other better. I think that both of us do a very good job about communicating, but we do not always understand. Like, I don't always see where he's coming from, because I have my own thoughts in my mind, like, that makes no sense to me, but I have to pull back and say, okay, this is what he's saying to me. Maybe I need to, like, look at it through his lens. And I don't always understand right in the moment. There's something that I'm working on. Sometimes it takes somebody else to say it to me, or it takes me to see another situation. And the same thing with him. Like, I can tell him that I need X, Y, and Z, and he's probably looking at me like a deer in headlights. And I do the same thing to him. And sometimes it takes other people to say it to us. It takes another situation to happen, or for us to see something to be like, dang, you know, that's what my husband was talking about, that's what my wife was talking about, and I see it in a different lens. And that's another thing, like, you have to be okay with other things or other people influencing your marriage sometimes. And sometimes it comes from people that you don't even really think. Like, we had a situation recently, and I really didn't understand where my husband was coming from about it, because I was seeing it through my lens, and I didn't think that I was wrong in the situation. And I still think that from my perspective, or the way that I thought about the situation, I don't feel like I was wrong, but I could see where he felt like, from his perspective, like I was out of line. And I understood that, and I had to come back to him and apologize, and had to come back to him and tell him that, you know what, I definitely understand where you came from with it. And I could definitely see that. And it took somebody that I was working with, like a single person that I was working with, to say something to me that the light bulb went off. So, again, communication, but understanding. You definitely have to be willing to want an understanding about what your significant other is definitely talking about. Another truth is, definitely keep everybody out your business. I was always a private person, but I think, just from experiences or watching other people in their marriages, like, I talked about stuff with, you know, my parents, with like friends or something, that I definitely should have kept between me and my husband. That's something that I'm also learning. So keep everybody out your business. I don't feel like I definitely do not share a lot of stuff, especially, like, I feel like stuff that's still in the works. I never share that with other people, but I think that I'm a lot more vocal than my husband is about stuff that's going on in our marriage, and we definitely need to keep that in between us. So that's another thing. I'm trying to think. I had another myth, but I cannot think. I think that myth that I had was probably like the biggest one, like, yeah, because I really felt like I couldn't have single friends, and I definitely have them. I don't hang out with them all the time, but I definitely spend a lot of time seeing them. And that's the other myth. Like, I think, or at least for us, we are each other's best friends, okay? And there are some people that feel like we should spend a lot more time, more time apart, because we do everything together. I mean, literally everything. Literally, if one of my friends has a birthday celebration, he's coming. Like, they know that, or any kind of celebration, he's coming. If I go out of town, 9 times out of 10, he's coming. I'm coming, and like vice versa. Like, we both go to everything and whatnot. And some people be like, y'all need space apart, and I don't really think that it's like a major thing that you have to do, because when you're like completely with somebody and you still set aside times to be apart from each other, which we do, we have maybe, like, it may not be once every month, but once every other month or something like that. We don't do that. So I feel like, or we feel like, this kind of sort of myth or whatnot. I think I get my self-care and he gets his self-care. Like, when I go get my hair done, my nails done, or whatnot, that's our self-care. When he go get his haircut and all of that stuff, or go play football, basketball, whatever it is, that's his self-care or whatnot. I don't think that I necessarily have to spend a lot more time. And I'm not going to say a lot of people have said that, but there has definitely been some people, a significant amount, enough for me to be like, I don't really think, like, you know, that's necessarily true. But again, it came from single people. So again, that's why I told y'all earlier in the video, like, you got to be careful about what you decide to do with your single friends and whatnot. So that's that. But those are my 2 truths, my 2 myths. That's just how I feel right now at this time in our marriage. You know, maybe those things will change as I grow older. And I might come back and be like, yeah, I lied. So, like, that's how I feel about it. But again, this video was inspired by being married. I'm definitely a millennial. Actually, I don't even know. Somebody please tell me what year a millennial is, because I don't even think that I qualify for that. I think I'm in whatever's before millennials. I even know. But nevertheless, 2 years of marriage. I'm excited. If you are kind of sort of still in newlywed like that, like I am, like I still consider myself newlywed, like it's been 2 years, but at the same time, it went by fast. Especially we got married during COVID time, so we kind of playing catch up with everybody else. But this is just how I feel at this time in our marriage. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please comment below. Again, make sure that you like, share, follow, subscribe, do all of that for me so that you don't miss another video, or so that somebody else can jump on this bandwagon and watch my videos as well. And as always, I hope that you are blessed and highly favored. Until next time, peace.